the workshop asked us to draw a picture of our own fabulous, unique, beautiful vagina. That's what she called it. She wanted to know what our own fabulous, unique vagina looked like to us. One woman who was pregnant drew a big red mouth with coins spinning off it. Another rather skinny woman drew a serving platter with a sort of Devonshire pattern on it. I drew a big black dot with little squiggly lines surrounding it. The black dot was equal to a black hole in space, and the squiggly lines were meant to be people or things or just your basic atoms that got lost there. I always thought of my vagina as an anatomical vacuum, randomly sucking up particles from the surrounding environment. I did not think of my vagina in practical biological terms. I did not, for example, see it as something attached to me. In the workshop, we were asked to look at our vaginas with hand mirrors. And then, after careful examination, we were to verbally report back to the group what we saw. I must tell you, up until this point, everything I knew about my vagina was either invention or hearsay. I'd never really seen the thing. It never occurred to me to look. My vagina existed for me on some abstract plane. It seemed so reductive and awkward as we were on our shiny blue mats with our hand mirrors, looking at it. It reminded me of how the astronauts must have felt with their primitive telescopes. I found it quite unsettling at first, my vagina. Like the first time you cut open a fish, and you discover this whole other bloody complex world right underneath the skin. It was so raw, so red, so fresh. And what amazed me the most were all the layers. Layers upon layers opening up into more layers. My vagina amazed me. I couldn't speak when it came my turn in the workshop. I was speechless. I had awakened to what the woman who ran the workshop called vaginal wonder. I wanted to lay there forever on my mat, my legs spread, examining my vagina forever. It was better than the Grand Canyon, ancient and full of grace. It had the innocence and freshness of a proper English garden. And it was funny, very funny. It made me laugh. It could hide and seek and open and close. Then the woman who ran the workshop asked how many women in the workshop had had orgasms. 2 women tentatively raised their hands. I did not raise my hand, although I had had orgasms. I did not raise my hand because they were accidental orgasms. They happened to me. They happened in my sleep. I would awaken in splendor. They happened in the water a lot, mostly in the bath, once in Cape Cod. They happened on horses, on bicycles, on the treadmill at the gym. I did not raise my hand because although I had had orgasms, I did not know how to make one happen. It felt wrong getting involved. It felt contrived, manipulative. It felt Hollywood. The surprise would be gone, and the mystery. The problem was the surprise had been gone for 2 years, and that's why I was in the workshop. I was frantic. Then the moment arrived that I both dreaded and longed for. The woman who ran the workshop asked us to take out our hand mirrors and see if we could locate our clitoris. We were there, the group of us women, on our backs, on our mats, searching for our spots, our locus, our reason, and I don't know why, but I began to cry. Maybe it was the sheer embarrassment. Maybe it was knowing that I had to give up the fantasy, the enormous, life-consuming fantasy that someone was going to come and do this for me. The fantasy that someone was going to lead my life, to choose the direction, to orgasms. I could feel the panic coming. The simultaneous terror and realization that I had avoided finding my clitoris, had rationalized it as something mainstream in consumers because I was, in fact, afraid that I did not have a clitoris. That I was one of those constitutionally incapables, one of those shut down, frigid, dried up, apricot tasting, bitter. Oh my God. I lay there with my mirror, searching for my spot with my fingers, ran the workshop saw my insane scrambling, sweating, and heavy breathing, and she came over. I said, "It's gone! I lost it! I lost my clitoris! I should have thought it's with it!" She laughed. She explained to me that my clitoris was not something I could lose. It was part of me, the essence of me, she said. She said it was both the doorbell to my house and the house itself. I didn't have to find it, I had to be it. Be it. Be my clitoris. Be my clitoris. I lay back, I closed my eyes, I put the mirror down, I watched myself floating above myself. I watched as I slowly began to approach myself and re-enter. I felt like an astronaut re-entering the surface of the Earth. It was very quiet and gentle, this re-entry. I bounced and landed and bounced. I came into my own muscles and blood and cells, and then I slid into my vagina. It was suddenly easy and I fit. I was all warm and pulsing and young and alive. And then, without looking, I put my finger on what was suddenly to become me. There was a little quivering at first, which urged me to stay. Then the quivering became a quake, an eruption, layers dividing and subdividing. The quake broke open into an ancient light of silence, which opened into a plane of music and colors and longing and innocence. And I felt connection, calling connection, as I lay there thrashing around my little blue mat. My vagina is a shell, a destiny between. I am arriving as I am beginning to leave. My vagina, me.